It does for me. You hear it. You hear the storm. We're in Florida. We go through, all of the hurricanes, but no matter where you are, the storms, the floods, the fires, all of this, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to find out what's happening? I don't have any power. I've lost my phone. I don't have the internet. What am I going to do with my refrigerator full of food? Well, we have an amazing presentation for you right now, and I am so thrilled. This is the only opportunity today. But here's what we have. For all of us, and I'm right here too, I have the smaller unit, and I love it. I would never be without my EcoFlow. But then I'm like, oh gosh, I wish I could power more. Well, if you have ever said that, you are in for a treat. This is the Delta 2 Max. By the way, EcoFlow is our #1 best-selling power station brand here at HSN. But what we have for you today is the big guy, upgraded with a tremendous amount of power. Put it in perspective that most of the ones that we present, the Rivers, are around 700 watts. This is 3,400. So you know what this is? This is whole home power for you in the case of an emergency. And today, we have a lot to tell you, but the first thing and the most important thing you need to know, lowest price we have ever had. Because in this configuration, and this is crazy, and I don't think I have all that many, but I want you to see something. And this is the way that we hope you will go, and where the majority of the viewers always do go, you are not only going to get the Delta 2 Max, and the Delta 2 Max alone, by the way, $1,900, right? Then you are also going to get the trolley to go with it. That's another $130. Then you are getting the solar panel, but I'm going to tell you, we have $459. The regular price of the solar panel when you go to .com is $700. So $2,478. Our HSN price, $2,379 today. Right now, $1,079.99. If you want to purchase it without the solar panel, I don't know why you would, because everybody always ends up upset when they do that. It's $979.99. But for a little over $1,000 with free shipping and handling, you are getting the upgraded model with 15 output ports, more power, and then this is something that I'm always very proud of, and I think this is so important. You don't have a 30-day warranty. You don't have a 60-day warranty. You don't have a 1-year warranty. You have a 5-year warranty that EcoFlow gives us. And that is without a doubt one of the top ones, if not the top warranty in the entire industry. This is peace of mind. And know that now you have not just the ability to charge, your iPhone and your iPad and maybe a lamp. It is your whole home. Well, let me bring in my fabulous guest, Mr. Justin Hyatt, who's going to put this to test. And okay, this is the one we've been waiting for.
Yeah. Well, and look, we've been doing a lot of different type of power stations, and I'm just going to go ahead. I want to show you exactly why you're going to love this one. Bobby, you just said it, whole home. One touch of a button, I got my light that's turned on, and now I got my full-size refrigerator that just kicked in. The fact that this can power up to nearly every single thing that you have in your house, and I can have it right here inside. Pick it up, put it on my kitchen island, be able to go ahead and plug in my microwave that just turned on, have that light and have that fan. We talk about peace of mind. Getting any of these types of things is great peace of mind, but knowing that you're getting the peace of mind that it's not just a brand, you're getting the #1 brand when it comes to power stations, not just here at HSN. EcoFlow is the #1 power station brand in the United States, and now we're global in over 111 different countries. This, though, is our EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. the Delta 2, meaning that it is the latest and greatest when it comes to our Delta 2 line. And when you're looking for any of our power stations, we do a great job, Bobby, of offering so many varieties. Exactly. And I love that. And it's great because we give you that opportunity to kind of get a size that works for you. What I love about the Delta 2 Max is if you've been on the fences, is it going to be powerful enough? Is it going to be able to power up those things or this thing? This right here is going to power up to 99% of your home appliances, and Bobby just said it, up to 3,400 watts of power. So what does that mean? I'm going to walk over here, but I want to close the refrigerator really quickly. As I do, I'm going to walk over to the front because I want to show you what our alternatives are. What are our alternatives? They usually look like this, don't they? They look like these big gas propane generators. You know the best part about owning an EcoFlow is that I get to be able to run it right here inside of my home. What does that mean? I get to do it in the comfort of my home, in the safety of my home, and it's renewable power. Whereas when it comes to these generators, they're big, they're scary, they're bulky, and you know what happens is we're limited to where we can use these. And we're limited in not only where we can use them and what kind of homes that we have to use them, but also the labor of it. This is over 100 pounds. That's without the fuel in it. Okay, we got the pull crank. My pull crank is broken on this. Not only is it broken on this, my battery is dead on my generator as well. All of these things I found out at the worst time. Now, you know the other part is, it's loud, it's stinky. In fact, it can be very unsafe. It needs to be 20 feet away from your home. I'm limited when it comes to this because I'm also limited to the amount of fuel that I've got. Yeah, fuel. Fuel, which by the way, is a hot commodity, even if you can find it. Because in those situations when there is an emergency, there's a storm, there's no fuel around. And that could be propane, that could be gas, and you don't know how, not only much gas you can store, but if you can even store it. In a lot of places, even in California, Bobby, you can't even store gasoline. So, great. Nice to have this as an alternative, but when it comes to the number one alternative, it's nice to know that when the power station was to run out of power, I've still got the power of the sun. I can go ahead and open up this solar panel instead of having to refuel with gas and propane, which costs money. Now I can refuel using the power of the sun. Now I'm independent, I'm renewable, and I have, again, a further alternative and option to be able to power up my power station that can go ahead and power up to 99% of the appliances. We talked about 3,400 watts of power. That's directly comparable, in fact, even more powerful than this generator that I have right here in front of me. So when we're thinking about, well, and I'll show you that number. This is 3,300 running watts. We've got 3,400 running watts on our power station. So Bobby, again, alternatives and options, that's what this gives you. But it gives you the best, cleanest, and easiest option to make sure that you feel safe at home. And ultimately, it's confidence to know I've got something like this.
Right.
But it's confidence to say, I know I can use that. Because when it comes to this, Bobby, I know you'd probably look at this and say, I don't want to touch that.
Absolutely not.
But when it comes to EcoFlow, this might not be for everybody, but your EcoFlow is.
The EcoFlow is. And I want to say thank you so much. A lot of people that are joining us. And you know, what did you do the last time you were in an emergency situation, right? Whether it was the hurricane, whether it was the earthquake, whether it was a basic heavy storm, or maybe it was a fire. We all need the ability to be able to protect our home, right? Keep that refrigerator running, keep in contact with it. And what about medical devices? What about a CPAP machine? You know, for all of our viewers out there, this day, and I was so excited when I saw this hour because we do a lot of the rivers, but the fact that you have the opportunity to get the most power, a whole home system at the lowest price we've ever had, lowest price ever, and right in front of me, you can see it all. Not only the Max, the Delta 2 Max, but the power station, the solar panel coming along with it, the regular price there. The regular price is $700, so think about that. $700 a regular price of the solar panel. You got $130 for the trolley, so there's $8-something. You're only paying $1,079. It's like paying $200 for this incredible whole home power station. I mean, it's, and with free shipping and handling, and with the five-year warranty, which is a really, really big deal on it. And I think we do even have like the extra batteries. I don't think there's a lot of them, but if anyone wanted to pick one up, we can pop that up on the screen as well.
These are super popular. I like to mention them kind of at the beginning of the presentation, just because it gives you some time to think about this. Why do we offer an extra battery? It's just like another fuel tank. You know, what's really great about this, and I don't know, I would have to have it verified, but this has to be the lowest price I think we've ever done on the Delta 2 Max.
Absolutely.
It's the lowest price because I've never seen it ever even close to $1,000.
No.
I think this started at closer to $2,000.
I thought, yes, $2,400.
So the fact that we're even close to $1,000, but here's the thing. So when we look at these extra batteries, and you can even see the value on that extra battery. So $7.99 for an extra battery, right? But so what you're essentially doing is you're doubling the amount of power and time by just simply daisy chaining this extra battery right here, and we'll have it already on the trolley with just one cable. It connects to the main power station. So when we start to plug any of the appliances in, so for instance, like the refrigerator, let's just say you get 40 hours on the refrigerator, extra battery, now you got 80 hours. But you can get 2 extra batteries. So you can think about this, you can click pretty close to getting 2 extra batteries plus the unit for roughly, I think, close to what even just the value of it by itself, if all of it together without, you know, just regular retail.
Crazy.
So this is the other thing we talk about is that we create an ecosystem, right? To be able to give you even further options to go ahead and double the time and double power, or if you want to even get the extra solar panels, you can do that. So it gives you, again, more solar, faster to recharge, but more solar that you can use to power up all of your appliances. So what essentially you're doing is you're taking the power from the sun, it's going to pass through your power station to whatever you got plugged in. So again, more more alternatives, more options. That's kind of what we love to do with EcoFlow.
Exactly, and they always like, this is the first show, so they always sell out quickly.
They do, yes.
So you're watching at the right time. There's the information right there for the solar panel. Normally $700, $449.99 is your price on that. And I can get an update from Sam as to how many we have of the solar panel and the extra battery. But Justin is right. We do like to mention it right at the top, so you can go ahead and treat yourself to it. But if maybe you're like I am, and you already have like the River, one of the smaller units, you're like, I need more. And that's why why we actually did bring in the Delta 2 Max, is to be able to give you whole home power. So think about that though, Justin, right? And you know my story, because this was a few years ago. I ended up losing, which was very devastating, all the wine in my wine cellar.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I wanted to save, right? But honestly, even if it's the food, think about what we're spending on food, and how, and you know, you're yelling at the kids, don't open the refrigerator. We can't do that because we have to save the power. You relax. It takes so much stress off you when you have the EcoFlow.
It does, and look, I know, Bobby, we joke about the wine, but I know that's a lot of money, right? I mean, when you start to really, if you're a collector and you start to collect your wine, I mean, some of those bottles and the time that you've invested in it,
right?
When we think about just the overall investment of why we would invest in those things, but why we invest in ourselves. You know, one of the things I love about what we've done, especially with this new bundle, is that we've added some wheels. So often when you look at this power station at 50 pounds, you say, I'm not sure that that's the size for me, because often you'd say, well, that's kind of why we might prefer a smaller power station, because it's the manageable part. We've added wheels and we've added the trolley, so I'll tell you exactly what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take this right out of your closet. You're going to wheel it to wherever you want. That could be into the bedroom, that could be the living room, that could be in the kitchen. Maybe you find a central location in your home, and then you go ahead and you just grab an extension cord. So again, the next thing I did was, or first thing is, when you see the storm coming, I want to make sure my power station's charged up. So you plug it in, it's the fastest recharge rate in the whole entire industry. In just a little over an hour, I can charge this from 0 to 100%. So now it's charged up and now I'm ready. Now, again, if you have the extra battery, now I've got double the time. Now, I've got my light plugged in, my microwave plugged in, and I want to show you one more time that, you know, when we start to prioritize, Bobby, this is the thing that you were just talking about. You know, we have the Rivers and we have the Deltas. Right. And the Delta line, now we're whole home backup, whereas River, it's about portable power, really more of an emphasis on portability. But I want to have the Delta, because in my mind, I don't want to limit myself. I want to make sure that if I need whole home backup, that's what this is going to be. One touch of a button, I'm going to show you the light, microwave, and refrigerator is going to turn off. So you bring it into the kitchen, you plug everything in, and then you press one button. That's it. You know, think about the overall just kind of anxiety that you just eliminated. We now have an option. We've now decided and invested in something like this that we know we're going to use. And I'll emphasize that in just a second. But now we have that moment in time where finally that power does go out. And you know, often that's a very sinking feeling. When the lights go out, often the anxiety goes up. But not in your situation, because in your situation now, you've invested in it, you've got it at home, you plugged your light in so you're not in a dark home. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my fan as well. I've got the microwave plugged in, and I don't know if we can go to the display, because I wanna show this. Now, granted, the refrigerator's been open, so the refrigerator compressor's probably running. But I want you to see on here on the display, because the display is then going to tell you every bit of information that you need, so you're not sitting there kind of guessing, like, how long is it going to run, this for, that for. It's not just a gas gauge. It's going to break it down to the hours and minutes. That's showing me 22 or 27 hours that I've got with my light and my refrigerator plugged in right now in my fan. So again, if I was to double that, that's with the compressor running. I can even see right here the wattage and my percentage. I can double that. In fact, I can even triple that with having my 2 extra batteries if I wanted to. Now, I want to go ahead and I'm going to turn the microwave on. And I want to kind of keep that shot if I can, because I want you to see this. I'm not unplugging anything to plug things in, right? As we start to prioritize what's important to us, whether it's the wine, whether it's our food, right? But these are the things that are important to us, the food. Well, yeah, now I've got my refrigerator, because that's why I'm invested in my food, so I can have that for my sustainability, for myself. But eventually, I'm going to want to cook food. So now I'm right here, and I'm actually microwaving and cooking food right here in the kitchen using something that's not loud, that can be safe to run inside. And all of these different applications, Bobby, is why when we say, well, yeah, you know, you can go out and you can get a gas generator. Yeah. You can go ahead and go out there and get a propane generator. But you know what that happens with that is those sit and those wait for an emergency. Whereas when it comes to your EcoFlow, this is not limited to just emergencies. You're gonna be looking for ways to use it. And so I often say, look, if you're out of power and it says you're gonna be out of power for 5 hours, is it going to be enough for you to say, well, all right, let's go get some gas, let's get the generator, or if it's those 5 hours or those 10 hours at a time where you say, let's just go ahead and grab the EcoFlow. Those are those moments where you get to really kind of extend your investment than just something that's gonna sit and wait for an emergency.
Absolutely right, and we know because we've lived this. And I do want to remind you that, first of all, this configuration, the one right next to me, which is the big one, right, with not only the Delta T Max, with the solar panel, with the trolley, it is $1,400 off right now. $1,400 off. Think about that. And lowest price it has ever been, only a little over $1,000. When you look at the breakdown of each one, it's $1,900, okay, basically for just the EcoFlow. But the trolley at $139, the solar panel normally $700, but we have it on the sale price up there at $449, so we're being conservative. You're buying it for a little over $1,000, a $1,400 save with free shipping and handling. And by the way, if you have the HSN card, we have VIP financing. So the VIP financing on the big configuration is like $60, around $60. If you go for the configuration without the solar panel, it's like $45. But I do put this out there because every time, you know, it's always the one that goes first is the one with the solar panel. I mean, you want to be able to reuse, I mean, that amazing renewable energy from the sun, right? I mean, think about it. And you'll be able to use this absolutely anywhere.
Anywhere. And look, even if it was just strictly off of the math of this, you know, when you look at it, you say, well, why would I not just spend a little bit more to get a lot more? I mean, when you really start to, as you said, break down the value of just the solar panel. And the trolley itself is $70 or $80. The solar panel is well over $300. So when you think about it, it doesn't make sense to not do it that way.
Exactly.
Often what we'll notice is sometimes the people who get it by themselves, you know, the power station by itself are people who've already come back to get more, you know, and so we love that too. And, you know, as you're thinking about how to grow your ecosystem and whether it's getting more solar panels or getting more power, you know, this is one of those things, if you've already bought one of our River lines and our River 2 because you love that portability, but you're thinking, I still want something to be able to just power everything in the home. That's what we love about this. You're not limiting yourself anymore to, well, I'm not sure if it's going to be able to power up, you know, my microwave or my air fryer or my induction burner. I was just at a restaurant last night. It was a wine place, actually, a couple days ago. And it was like, it's a very small, quaint little place, and they were just using induction burners. Well, they've got their coolers, they've got their wine. They could be running literally their whole entire restaurant right off of their Delta 2 Max.
That's
so you
crazy.
think about that. And then again, you know, again, breaking just down the numbers, as you said, even if you got the extra battery for another, you know, $800, it's still not as much as the price by itself without the extra battery. So I love that. Here's the thing, when you're thinking about being in your home, if you think about all the things that you need to be powered up, you know, often we forget or we don't think about, because maybe we're not affected, but the medical devices. And we start to talk about people who are affected by these types of appliances. I know we're showing you that extra battery right there again. I have that. That's immediately what I did. I connect my extra batteries to my main power station.
That's great.
So when we were out of power for a week and a half, I know I'm bouncing back and forth, but a week and a half out of power, we had no internet, we had no TV, again, no power at all. You know, I'm thinking, well, how long I got all this food? Well, I don't know if it's gonna be 3 days, 4 days, 5 days.
And it can be weeks or months.
I wanna have it, right? I wanna have as much power as I need and as possible. So that's why I love having those extra batteries, because you just don't know. Great to have the solar panels, because I can still go out there and I can recharge it that way. But I wanna make sure off the bat, I've got as much power as I need. Back to the CPAP machines, I love this, but I wanna give you a quick tour before I even plug it in, because I have not done that just yet. One touch of a button, that's it. You know, again, back to just how simple this is. Bobby, often when we think about these other alternatives, these generators, these power stations, or propane generators, you know, we think, well, that's the reason why I haven't ever bought one of those is because I don't feel confident that I'm going to be able to use one, right?
Exactly.
One touch of a button, all I need to do is plug this in, whether it's to my wall, whether it's to my car, or I can even plug it into my generator. In fact, our new power wall, we don't have it available on HSN, but you can actually use this and connect it and literally have it integrated into your whole entire home with one of our little power walls. But anyway, we have our USB ports right here. We've got 2 USB-A right here, fast charging, and then our regular USB-A. We also have our 2 USB-C, 100-watt USB-C ports. And then right here on the back, I want to show this because this is where you're plugging everything in. And you know, even as I look at this generator over here, Bobby, you have 2 AC outlets over there, right? There's no LCD display on that generator. There's only 2 AC outlets over there. We've got 2, 4, 6, 3-prong grounded AC outlets. We also have all of our barrel ports right here and our DC port. This is for all of you kind of RVers out there right now who have a lot of those kind of barrel type appliances. And then right here, when I open this up, we've got 2 of our of our solar inputs, so you can actually have even more solar than we've ever offered before. And then this is where you plug it into your wall, and that's how you charge it. So really simple, really easy. And then right here is the 2 additional ports where, in fact, you go ahead and plug in those extra batteries. Yeah. And again, it's so easy and simple to grow with the amount of power. And so then we just come over here. We've got our CPAP machine, and you know, we talk about all the different ways that we can use this. This is one of those things where, you know, we can use this every single day. You can have this right by your bed.
Right, it's not just for emergency.
It's not just, I always say it's not a break glass in case of an emergency investment, because it's not. Because so for instance, you know, you're sitting there saying, well, I've got my CPAP machine, I want to plug that in, and I can have it running. This only runs at roughly about 30 decibels, super, super quiet, so you can have it running right by your bed.
Love it.
But in the middle of the night, let's just say, you know, you got the CPAP machine running and then you're sound asleep and the power goes out. If you've got your EcoFlow plugged into the wall and your CPAP machine plugged into your EcoFlow and you lose power, you won't have to worry about waking up to turn it on. In fact, it'll do it all by itself.
I love that.
So it automatically will turn on and continue to power up whatever you got plugged in. I've used this for my refrigerator after we actually had to evacuate because of flooding in a few years ago from a different hurricane, and I used it for my fish tank. So I made sure that the fish tank, when we lost power, the fish tank would continue to run, the refrigerator continued to run. All these different applications you can never apply and or use with just having a regular gas or propane generator.
Makes me think of Guy, because Guy uses it on the golf cart, right?
Yes, he loves his golf cart.
Tailgating, you can use it as well. So listen, it's one of those kind of items that right now you're looking at, and yes, it's an investment, but it's an investment, as we always say, in peace of mind, in security. And when you get it home, and the first time, because like there's nothing worse than going into those emergency situations and going, why didn't I buy it? It is money well spent. And the fact that you have an opportunity today, and we haven't had this on the air in a long time, so it's just, we brought it back. It is the whole home model. That is the difference if you just tuned in. And I know we have a clock up before we have to take a break. It is the lowest price we've ever had for the Delta 2 Max. Lowest price. It's $1,400 off for this configuration with the Delta 2, with the solar panel, and with the trolley. The extra battery, been very, very popular, so if you can pick that up, I would suggest you do it. But in terms of confidence also, you have a 5-year warranty. I think that's such a big deal, right? I mean, normally a few months, and in most cases, and in most companies with electronics, to get those longer extended warranties, you're buying them, right? You're paying for them separately. Here, you're not. And when you look at the prices individually, it's almost like you were buying the Delta 2 Max for like a couple of $100s. So this today at a little over $1,000 on your HSN card, $60. You have FlexPay on this one. Also, you have 5 FlexPay. It is $216. That's on any credit card, debit card, Apple Pay, PayPal. By the way, there's no interest on any of our FlexPay, which is a really big deal. And there's no interest also on the VIP financing that we were talking about. So, and it's $60 on your HSN card. So definitely the way to go. So Jason, I have a question, Justin.
Yeah.
It says that the battery, the LFP battery is now upgraded so it also lasts longer?
Yeah, and you keep mentioning the warranty, right? Why is it a 5-year warranty? It's because this battery system is our newest battery system. It's the latest and greatest batteries that are out there right now. They charge faster. They are that LFP, so they charge faster. They're lighter weight. They're more affordable, and they last longer. In fact, they last a lot longer. You know, on our original power stations, but right before we go to the break, it's something to think about. When you look at these other power stations that don't have LFP, their life cycle is kind of like what we have on our phone. When the battery dies on our phone and recharge it, that's a life cycle. We often find that, you know, with our phones, the battery doesn't last as long. That's what happens with batteries, right? Well, with our new LFP, instead of it just being 300 life cycles, we now have over 3,000 life cycles, meaning I could deplete this and recharge this once a day. You know how long it would take me? It would take me 10 years. 10 years before I noticed that the battery was not charging from 0 all the way up 100%. It would go from 0 to only to 80%. But it would take me 10 years if I did it once a day. That's why it's not a 1-year, 2-year warranty. It is a 5-year warranty that backs it. And remember, again, another thing to think about, which is this is important, it's the #1 brand. We're the #1 power brand here at HSN, and we're the #1 power station brand in the United States. You're not just going and looking at a power station from some brand that just threw their name on it. We are the best at this. We continue to innovate. This is one of the most innovative power stations we have at the lowest prices. In fact, one of the most powerful and innovative at the lowest prices that we've ever done.
And you and I chatted about this, but we've had a lot of requests for the whole home.
Yeah, and look, you know, one of the things that you mentioned it, we have not done a big power station like this in a long time. We often like to do a lot of the ones that maybe for you feel like it's a good investment. I have something that's a little bit easier. If you want something, you've been sitting there saying, I want something that is going to be whole home backup. It's going to power everything in my house, and I'm going to feel confident I'll be able to use it. We added the Trolley, so it's even more portable than ever. We've added the warranty as well. You're getting the latest and greatest. You're not getting yesteryear's, you're getting today's.
You're getting it today. And hands down, you're getting it at the lowest price we have ever had. And if you are with us, we're so glad. And this is the only show today. I think Justin has some shows tomorrow, but this is it for today. And the battery has been very popular, the extra battery, by the way. So we're alternating, keeping that up on the screen. To me, obviously, you can go for the configuration without the solar panel. I don't know why you would. It's just a much, much better value to go today because it's $979 without the solar panel. And that's what we'll be offering you after this particular configuration is gone. But this is obviously the one that most people are gravitating to because you want the solar panel. But then, you know, when you look at the breakdown on the screen, I mean, it's $1,900, right? So that's $1,900 for just the incredible Delta 2 Max. But you look at the Trolley. The Trolley's $130, another $450, but basically the regular price for that solar panel is $700. So if you go on, if you're looking at the regular prices, you're looking at almost $900 for just the Trolley and the solar panel. Obviously, we have it on sale today, but it's like you're not even paying for the most powerful of all of the EcoFlows that we have presented. And Justin is so right. One button.
That's it.
One button. You push one. I can do it. I can do it. You can do it. It's so easy. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to keep taking all your calls and coming back to tell you a lot more about it. So hope you don't go anywhere. Ooh, no, another storm. Yikes.
HSN's President's Day sale is back and better than ever. Save big on kitchen favorites, top tech, bed, bath, and so much more. Plus thousands of tried, true, and new finds up to 50% off. It's 6 days of star-spangled savings. Now through Tuesday on HSN and at hsn.com. Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $15 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
Hi, everybody, and welcome again to HSN. My name is Bobby Ricardo. Thank you so much for being with us. And okay, this is what immediately sets us all in panic mode, doesn't it? And it's like, the first thing you think about, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Do I have enough batteries? Do I have enough candles? How am I gonna charge? What about the refrigerator? What about keeping in contact with everyone? You know, what about, as we talked about, all of your medical devices? I need to straighten my hair. All the I need to eat. I need food, right? You know, this is where EcoFlow comes in. So this is a very special presentation because we have not had the whole home big guy, the Delta 2 Max. We have not had it in a long time. We've had a lot of requests for it. So here's what we did today. And this is the only airing today. We have only about 30 minutes left in the presentation. We are offering it to you at the lowest price it's ever been. Imagine right now, particularly with this big configuration that's next to me, where you're getting the Delta 2 Max, which, by the way, 3,400 watts of power versus about 700 on most of the other ones that we present. You're getting the solar panel. You get the trolley as well. And look what you're saving. You are saving $1,400. You are saving more than you are spending. It is free shipping and handling. There's the breakdown on your screen. And by the way, I keep saying this because the solar panel is normally $700, so we have it on a special price of $499 or $449. Crazy. But you are getting the opportunity to enjoy not just whole home power. You're getting an